Explain the point of this mod. I get Germany won, but I don't get why the EU countries are fragmented. This is what would have happened if Germany had won the Second World War. So Germany, well, basically Europe was being held together by the iron grip of Adolf Hitler. As soon as Hitler died, which was fairly recently in this time frame, Europe started to explode apart as everyone who doesn't like the Nazis starts rising up, basically. So Germany split between the heirs of Hitler, so Goering, Bormann, Heydrich, and Speer, and whatever this dude's name was, Himmler. Britain's resistance rose up. Poland's resistance rose up. Himmler invaded France for the second time, took a bunch of it. USSR fragmented after they lost. So this is basically Kaiserreich, but for World War II, as opposed to World War I. That is the best analogy I can give you, because I think it's quite a good one. Government idea, warlord recruitment has been removed, because its prerequisites are no longer fulfilled. What was warlord recruitment? It's probably already gone. It is. I think that just made it easier for me to trade stuff. Rubber trade with Letland has gone because I'm apparently lacking civilian factories. Oh! Oh! Legacy of the Siberian plan just massively got weaker. My, what, 30% consumer goods is now -2? I did so much work on getting that down. The overextended administration would only have been a 15%. Why did Central Siberian Legacy get so much weaker? Because I still have my construction speed. That's still there. Although it's not much use right now because I have no civilian factories. Well, that stinks. No, they're different things. Like, I get the... Oh, where is it? Overextended administration. Yeah, 15% consumer goods factories. I had 0... In fact, I had like -10, 15% consumer goods. Total. Minus that much. That is a humongous swing. Because that has just eradicated my consumer goods factory bonus from the Legacy of the Siberian Plan, which is how I was doing it. I honestly had about -20% here, -30%. I can even show you, because I have a save game from that. So it's -2 right now. 52% construction speed bonus. Because that's completely ruined my economy. What the hell is that noise? It sounds like something keeps falling down, but I have no idea what it is. Right. National spirits. Legacy of the Siberian... Oh no, it is -2. So what did the warlord thing do then? It's not actually here. I don't think I have anything on the warlord thing. There's nothing hitting the case. Noise is the first time you open a tab. It's the mod. It's so loud! I'm not getting it now. Huzzah! Okay, so it wasn't me. Right, so right now we have 20. We're getting 10 from trade. Is it the trade ones that got cancelled? Because we've only actually got 18 factories. Huzzah! That's a lot less modifiers than we just had. That's 7. Yeah, I know it went back in a save. I'm trying to work out why my modifier disappeared. That was on purpose. God damn it, why? It's horrible! Because it sounds like it's coming from like over there somewhere. It's like only in one ear, not in the other. It sounds like it's something in real life. Like every time I do it, I like flinch because I think someone's trying to hit me or something. It's horrible. I hate it. This isn't supposed to be a it's a horror game. This is totally a horror game. Of course it's a freaking horror game. What if Nazi Germany had won the Second World War? Yeah, it's a horror game. Alright. Modifiers, that's what we were looking at. So if we go back to here, we're still getting a load from trade, though I don't get access to any of them. And yeah, this has changed to -50, so I'm getting that 50% utilization penalty. That's what's killed me. It's not the 15%, it's that 50%. Where the hell's that coming from? What economy tab? Oh, new thing. Ah. And you're saying let this recalculate. Okay. Once that happened overnight. Still getting hit by that 40%. Yeah, I know that. Consumer goods factories minus 5%, but where am I actually seeing how much and why that's so bad? Utilize, there it is. Guys, this is the first time I am seeing this. Easy. I'm learning this as I'm going along. Okay, so there is a construction budget that goes along with this. Costs 25 political power to do. So what's that 50% utilization going towards? I'm guessing there's an upside. Costs. Costs of what? You're a streamer, you should automatically be an expert. Because right now it doesn't really feel like there's any reason not to just keep increasing this until you've lost that utilization penalty. It feels like that 50% should be going to something else. Like, is that where some of the income is coming from? Nope. I mean, I'm making money. I just need to wait for my political power to recover. Alright. Oh, my text has gone tiny again. It's going to be impossible to make this big. I need to do something crazy like own Russia or something. And yeah, I would completely have missed that economy tab. Ooh. Had that not been pointed out. It could do with throwing up a pop-up when you get it, saying, read this if you haven't read it already. Things have changed. You can end up going into more debt than you can service. Possibly. I mean, I seem to be making fairly healthy revenue at the moment. So, we shall see. Cool sign Slinky coming in with even more bits. Man, thank you so much. If you want to own the whole empire, do it piece by piece. You don't want to be going rushing into anything. So when do we get big? Compared to what we started with, which, allow me to remind you, was... Where is it? That! We started like this big. We've already got big compared to what we were. Losing $1 billion a year? Annual revenue, 7.6 billion US dollars. Oh, that's revenue. Deficit's 1.5. Okay. Yep, I see what you mean. Right. Okay. So let's actually just go through these lines and read what the hell they're saying. See if I can understand this a bit more. Debt interest repayment. In order to keep your creditors happy and maintain a healthy economy, we need to ensure that at the very least we pay the minimum interest determined by the national rates and national total debt. Failure to do so will result in us borrowing more than we can afford, leaving us no money for civil and military services, reducing investory confidence and potentially triggering an economic crisis. Our debt interest is crazy high. Proportional costs of GDP. Healthcare, get rid of it. Public education, boost it. Police, boost it. Exceptional pensions, get rid of it. And there we go, problem solved. Because clearly what we need to do is refund the police. No, I'm not even going there. No. No unemployment subsidies. That's good. If you're not employed, you're in the army. Simple. Personal cost, 693 million US dollar. Oh, personnel, not personal. I mean, I am a monarchy, so it might be personal costs. You never know. Production cost, 2.3 billion. Non-nuclear power, no cost. Because of the manpower, 11,000 US per man annually. Combat schooling is costing us 120,000. Military policing, 120%, not 1,000. US military factories, 23 million, 100 million US dollars per factory annually. Nascent industry and power tools. So those are costs. So as I improve from the power tools, is that going to get more expensive or less expensive? It doesn't say here. Great. See you, Marshall. Mordred was supposed to make Russia, not America. What is Rurik II, a Russian Viking? Yes. Yes, actually, he is. Because it was the Norse who founded the state of Rus. Novgorod, which they called Holmgard, Kiev, which they called Konungard, were Viking settlements. And the first truly Russian principality was Norse. Established by King Rurik I. Okay, so, used military factories, nascent industry, nuclear stockpiles, doesn't cost me anything. Construction. So a 50% utilization is costing us 25% of GDP, is that what I'm understanding? We shouldn't have become a regional power, this is so inefficient. Multiplicative factors, minimal standards, few pollution controls, penal labour, low minimum wage, 8-hour workday. We have an 8-hour workday? Really? That's surprisingly progressive. Can't I just sell oil? We have a lot of oil. Medium taxation, flat taxes, multiplicative factors. So the poverty is affecting us badly. But we are working on the poverty rates. The less poverty we have, the more people paying taxes we have. At least that's how I assume it works. And then we have a bunch more decisions, which is all the stuff down here. Revitalize national service, gain manpower, lose less consumer goods. Stability goes down, war support goes up. Whoa! Consolidate state resource corporations, adds 200 million to national debt. However, we get building slots, infrastructure, oil, chromium, tungsten. Interesting, that one's quite good. Military factory construction speed goes up massively. Industrial equipment societal development will begin to slowly improve. And we'll get a factory. Okay, I'm seeing where you can start racking up national debt pretty quickly. Interesting. Yeah, I could quite happily spend a lot of money on a lot of those programs. Faceless, I know. But how do you think you get liquid money? Selling oil. That's the resource I have a lot of. I was making a modern economy joke, Faceless. That's all it was. National debt's not bad if you increase your GDP along with it. Yeah, I know. And I suspect there will be a relatively fast-growing country. Feels like you need to have good knowledge of economics to play this game. I mean, up to this point, you didn't. This is kind of gone, oh, by the way, there's an economy. Slap. Enjoy. So, yeah, should be interesting. Ah, stability. Is this affecting anything? Overextended administration is causing a lot of the problems. The poverty rate is causing a lot of problems. And the fact that we're integrating is also... Alright, so we are really going to need political power. Overextended administration. That's where it's going to kill us, is the political power. Alright. Alright, resource extraction 2. Done. Now we're going to go and get the rubber, so we can actually have our own rubber income. With rubber having become a staple of industry, large-scale processing of synthetic rubber is needed to reduce the nation's dependency on natural rubber. Do it. Left wing and right wing. Love it. The AB declared to run the Islamic Republic of Bashkortostan. At least our research rate's still pretty decent. Man, we are really low on rubber now. Lessons from Novgorod. Finished. So now we can do the People's Will, which is base war support, or we can do the breadbasket of Siberia, which we need because we want that agriculture development going up. The plains of Banul are some of the most fertile grounds in all of Siberia and have long existed as the sinews of a critically important agricultural hub. With these areas finally under the king's protection, we can begin to utilize them for our own benefit. Not only can we make improvements to our own to increase output, we could also examine the layout of the vast farmlands to see if we can't apply them in agricultural regions throughout the entire realm. With a little hard work, we'll be able to ensure that, at last, the people of His Majesty's realm no longer go hungry, and that our soldiers can fight on full stomach for once. These advantages alone will place our young principality a head and shoulders above the rest of the warlord statelets. Do it. And we've lost music again. Nuclear, nuclear. Oh, it's nuke atmosphere, literally just silence. I get the joke. I get the joke. Costin 1T. Costin 1A. General strikes. Wait, what? I kept my people happy. Oh, it's no longer a factor. And Yuri and Lydia now have no influence over one another. Well, we've got general strikes apparently, which is killing our economy even more. Presidium of the Supreme Soviet declared war on the Transbaikal Principality. I feel like we've got a giant target on our back while we're doing this. The Patron of Tomsk. Prince Yuri of Kemerovo is assigned the title of the Governor of Tomsk, and he quickly implemented his style of rule over the city. Yuri ruled with an even hand, opening up the city's administration to all members of society, as long as they were qualified to do so. Prince Yuri also attempted to integrate as much of former Tomsk police force as possible so the citizens of Tomsk could trust those patrolling their streets. Above all else, Prince Yuri wished to embrace the cultural riches of Tomsk. Tomsk had long attracted the artists and visionaries from across Russia, an artistic safe haven amongst the sea of violence and repression. Prince Yuri continued this tradition, sponsoring many artists and musicians and hosting numerous exhibitions for Tomsk's art scene. With Tomsk having had a strong democratic tradition ever since the Central Siberian Republic of old, Republican sentiment naturally runs high in the city. In order to combat this, Prince Yuri created some elected positions within the Tomsk government. Combined with additional sponsoring and funding of the pro-Rurik II artists and politicians, Prince Yuri attempted to sideline Republican sentiment through peaceful means, primarily, only using violence as the last resort. Long live Prince Yuri. That actually seems entirely reasonable. Alright, so our economy is a yearly, problem, right? No, it's not. Not yet. Presidium of the Soviet Republic defeated the Transbaikal Principality. I mean, this is still just a massive mess. Constant 3T becomes 3D, and then 3A. 34% Novosibirsk becomes DMZ, 33% that Krasnoyarsk becomes DMZ, or 30% that Tomsk becomes a DMZ. It was Tomsk. The Siberian Black League declared war on the West Siberian People's Republic. Omsk. The Divine Mandate of Siberia has defeated the Pacific Fleet in a war, so the Divine Mandate continues to grow stronger. 2 cups of tea! Huzzah!